We're talking about Itty Bitty Podcast. A podcast.
Very, very Monday, Chunkies. I'm Carter, and I'm delighted. That was a fun
Doge.
ride.
I'm Doge. I'm having a blast so far.
I'm Jordan, and I am positively thrilled.
Positively thrilled. Maybe about as thrilled as a movie we're going to talk about on our Patreon very soon. I want to start talking today
to the danger zone
on this here Mini Monday about the box office.
Yeah.
We've talked about how exciting it is to see so many big blockbuster movies that have theatrical releases only. We're starting to even see some of these 45 days in theaters and then they come to streaming. That even seems like it's on its way out. But here's a couple interesting things. So Top Gun Maverick is going to make $1 billion, very likely, which is such a good sign for the movie business. It's a great sign for Tom Cruise. If anyone ever thought if he was back, he's back. He's been back, in my opinion, for a long time. He had his cruise for a while, his 8th tier Scientology cruise, but then he came back.
Mm-hmm.
Still a Scientologist, but he's doing good things. Here's what's interesting that happened, though, is Lightyear, on its release weekend, most of the time these big movies, when they release, will be the top moneymaker. They'll be number one at the box office for that weekend. It did not beat Jurassic World Dominion for the weekend that it released.
Yeah.
It was number 2. It currently sits at about $100 million in theaters, and I would imagine that it'll end somewhere around $700 million or so. But Jurassic World Dominion is $645 million, and that is because, my friends, whether those movies are good or not, and I would argue, as someone who's seen almost all of them, I haven't seen the new one. The only good one is Jurassic Park. It's the first one.
Yeah.
These are big hits worldwide. Just the world wants to see dinosaurs, and it's kind of been that way for a long time. I wanted to start today doing a little bit of Rank You Very Much.
Cool.
Okay. As we talk about what's got the heat right now. Chelsea and I we went to Alamo Drafthouse and saw The Birdcage. Chelsea had never seen The Birdcage before.
Oh, no way.
Ooh.
It's one of my favorite comedies.
Yeah.
She'd never seen it, and it was so fun to have brunch and watch The Birdcage on the big screen. But in terms of that heat, I'm thinking like the Guatemalan-ness kind of heat right now. IMDb does something called the top 10 on IMDb this week, okay?
Okay.
And so I believe it resets on a Sunday, but it says the top 10 things that people are looking for on IMDb. We've done this before in terms of the actual actors, the individuals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're not doing that. It's not the cool kids table. It's like top 10 movies or TV shows that are being searched on IMDb. We'll have a back and forth here to see how far you guys can get. I'll give you 3 strikes. Let's see if we can get all of them. But how do we want to start here? Do we want to Rochambeau? Do we want to rock, paper, scissors here to see who gets to go first? Does someone want to just kind of be like, hey,
I'm happy to
like
let
an
Doge go
advantage
first. I'm happy to let
Well,
Doge
that's
go
very
first.
nice of you.
Thank you. Wow.
Here on this, Rank You Very Much, we're going to talk about one of the
paper.
top.
Dang,
top.
I was going to choose scissors.
Dang, he would have got you done. In my during the spring semester, in one of my classes, I was having students decide who would go first in like presenting because they were just at a gridlock. I think it was essentially 2 9s on the Enneagram. They're like, no, you, no, you, no, you. I insist, no, you. And I called it paper, rock, scissors.
Yeah.
Just on accident. And they just
Lit you up.
They lit me up.
Yeah, you
just because I
deserved
put it in a different order.
You deserved it.
I've
Paper,
heard
rock,
people say
scissors.
that before. I've heard that before.
But they
I've heard
acted
a lot
as
of
if
things
they've
that
never
deserve
heard
ridicule.
of that game. It's the same 3 things.
Yeah. But in a different order, it totally changes the flavor profile.
Yeah. Anyways. Doge, you're going to have the first guess. We're trying to guess what are the top 10 things on IMDb, the Internet Movie Database,
Yeah.
this week.
Top Gun Maverick.
Top Gun Maverick. That is a bing bing. That's number 4.
Yeah. I mean, Jurassic World Dominion.
Bing bing. Jurassic World Dominion is number 5. Good start, boyos.
Thor Love and Thunder.
Nice.
Because there's that new trailer.
That's a bong bong. Strike 1.
Is this only movies out right now? No upcoming, guys?
Yeah, from what I can see.
Okay.
Correct. Movies or TV shows that are out right now.
Stranger Things.
A bing bing. Bing bing bing. That's number 1.
Yeah.
On
When did those
IMDb
last
this
2
week.
episodes come out?
Next Friday.
Next Friday,
A
July
week from
1st.
today.
Ooh.
A week from recording day.
There is a trailer for the last 2 episodes. It's so funny. It's like we're getting a trailer for every little
It's such a
section of it.
stupid way to do this release.
It's
this,
interesting.
this was a bid from Netflix, I believe, to keep subscribers around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they're
So that people
hemorrhaging.
didn't activate their subscription for a day,
Yep, they
binge
had to
all of
spread
it.
it out.
Yep.
Had to
Yeah.
spread it out.
They're claiming that they need to finish up like the VFX work, the
No,
post-production work. on
incorrect.
these
They're lying.
episodes.
Let's definitely.
These boys have been.
I mean,
in
it could be true. I have no basis
it's been
of
in the
this,
oven
but
since 2020.
yeah, come on.
Doge, you're up. 1 strike, 2 more, and you're out.
Who?
Lightyear.
Bing bing at number 9.
The Black Phone.
Bong bong, good guess. Way to pull one out there. We got a strike for you each. 2 strikes left.
I'm trying to think of what is out right now, movies and TV shows. The Boys.
Yeah.
A bing 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 at number 2.
Good call.
Cool.
It's great.
I still feel like Severance is going to be there. Severance.
Yeah, probably.
Bong bong.
Wow.
Good guess.
Okay.
Good guess. 2 strikes for Jordan. Dozier? He's looking it up really quick.
Sure seems like it. Once you pop those eyes up over the horizon of that computer,
Hey,
there,
here's my
champ.
hand. Look, you can see my hands. Look. I'm not doing anything.
That's what
Still-
you read with.
Hey, Google, what is the answer to this?
I can't turn on your lights right now. They're not connected.
I'm sorry. I don't think I can help with that. Oh, man. How about Better Call Saul?
Bong bong. Is that your 3rd strike?
No. I think it's my 2nd.
Your 2nd strike. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, I sent you guys a picture.
Jordan
I
has
went
2
to the Breaking Bad house.
I know that was awesome. And
Saw
the
Walt's house and the car wash
the
last
car
weekend.
wash.
Yeah.
The gate around the house is very funny to me.
It's
not in concept, not in execution. I understand
I'm-
it's because the old lady's like, please stop throwing pizzas. But
I know. Well, and I'm conflicted about it too, because she's got this big sign on the outside that says, "Please take your pictures across the street and do not bother us." And it's like, I get it. That's your house. Like, you don't want people out there taking pictures, but at the same time, you had to know, right?
yeah,
Like, she moved in after the show. You had to know people were going to come do this stuff, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's, nobody has just because they streamed a show on their TV has a right to go invade this woman's, privacy or whatever. But
That's true.
at the same time, people are going to take pictures, lady.
Yeah, you definitely knew.
Hmm.
What's big, RN?
Yeah, The Summer I Turned Pretty is big.
Chelsea
right
just
now.
watched that.
Yeah,
She had
that's
fun with
my
it.
guess. That's my guess.
That's a bong bong. Another good guess.
All right, well that's it. That's 3.
That's 3 for you. Doge, you get one more guess if you can win this one. You can get this one. It's a
Obi-Wan.
Win. Bing, bing.
Oh, yeah. Good guess.
Number 3. Proud of you guys. Y'all got the top 5. Number 1, Stranger Things. Number 2, The Boys. Number 3, Obi-Wan Kenobi, which I hear from a lot of people. The last episode was worth the first 5. I'm not
Doubt
sure.
it.
Not sure. Top Gun Maverick. Number 4, Jurassic World Dominion. Number 5. Number 6, Hustle. Adam Sandler pick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's signed one of the most lucrative deals with any kind of company outside of like Samuel L. Jackson with the Marvel Studios. But he's always doing Netflix stuff. But Hustle is actually getting really good reviews. Peaky Blinders, Jordan, for number 7.
Oh duh.
Peaky Blinders.
Just
Number
watched it.
8, Top Gun.
Oh,
The OG.
the original.
Everyone's kind of doing what we did. We went back and watched the first one before the second. Not completely necessary, but number 9 was Lightyear. And then number 10, Miss Marvel.
Oh.
Jordan,
How
if
did we
you
not even
would,
think of that?
if you would, could you go pee-pee or mute? And we can go ahead and, because of the segue, Doge and I can talk about episode 3.
Yes.
of
I just
Miss
hate
Marvel.
it when people on this show don't watch like what we're going to talk about. you
This
know?
actually is great. I was the first to miss. I missed episode 1. Doge missed episode 2. Jordan missed
And
the most
now
recent
I've
episode.
actually-
So
Really missed.
either we're all going to watch episode 4 or none of us are
None
going to
of
watch
us are.
episode 4.
Yeah.
Okay, here's
We'll
what's
see.
going to happen. Just this is for the benefit of the listener as well as the two of you. I'm going to take off my headphones. I'm going to go and I'm going to put my empty coffee in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I'll be back.
Okay.
Will you return with a full coffee?
I'm going to wait. I'm going to space it out just a smidge.
Okay.
I'm going to push my probably around our third recording of the morning.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and have my
It's a
second
big day.
coffee of the day. So, I will disappear now.
Bye.
This episode got a little wacky and wild to me with the
got
Jin from another dimension.
wacky and wild. It's always my assumption that especially some of the shorter series that don't have as much hype within the MCU are going to move quickly.
Does this only have 6 episodes?
I think it's a 6-episode series.
Yeah. Because it
This
really
is fast.
escalated fast.
This is fast.
episode. Yeah.
Little things that I like aesthetically. I still like the manifestation of her powers.
Yeah,
I
that
think
looks
those
cool.
are fun. The little or the matter that she seems to have control over.
Yeah.
But it is moving very, very fast. It's becoming, and you might have missed it, Doge, but so last time, maybe we talked
I
about this
edited
when
the
you were back.
episode, so I heard it.
Oh, you heard everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, in general, I do enjoy that this feels like just more of a family show, like a show about
Yeah.
a family that the girl happens to be wrestling with superpowers. It's officially like a superhero show now.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
fine, and I think that's what we expect. But yeah, it's still good. I'm still interested in what happens next.
Yeah.
But it's just a lot. I think, did we get a little 10 rings, the rings of power tease?
Yeah, on the seal of that temple they were in at the beginning, the
seal of
arm
that
was
temple.
blue, which probably could point to like Kree.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what I meant to look up blue
Yeah.
MCU creatures.
So in the comics, the Kree kind of messed around with the human genome and ended up creating a race of people called the Inhumans. This was basically, the Inhumans were created in 2011, I believe, in Marvel Comics to be kind of a new X-Men so that they could eventually be used in the MCU. But the Inhumans are like a race of people who just kind of live here. They look like us. And then one day their powers are activated by this stuff called the Terrigen Mists. And Kamala is one of the Inhumans. And so we haven't gone that route here in the MCU, which is an interesting change. In the comics, her powers are also basically Mr. Fantastic, like very
Yeah.
stretchy, which is also a pretty notable change here. This is virtually a different character,
Yeah.
which is okay. I mean, I think
feel
that
like
the core is still intact.
Yeah, I feel like the power change, though, might be for the sake of like Mr. Fantastic actually going to be here soon.
I hope. Yeah.
I hope, we in Multiverse of Madness, there was a tease, but who even knows?
Yeah.
Because that was a completely different dimension and they can do whatever they wanted there. So are you saying ultimately is this Jinn the modern canon? Is that what are Jinn Inhumans?
I don't
Do you
know.
think that's replacing it?
I think they're just going like, because basically Kamala's deal is like struggling between like who she was born to be and who she wants to be. Like the world she's born into and the world she wants to be a part of. And I think the Jinn from a different dimension really serve as a great externalization of that conflict. It gives her like the ability to punch that problem, which is what superheroes always need.
Right.
You have to punch your inside problems, but it's just, it's interesting to me. I don't dislike it. It's just it's probably one of the most notable departures aside from the Shang-Chi 10 Rings stuff that the MCU's done.
Yeah. I just as a production, I'm still very much enjoying so many pieces of it. And I think that's a big deal. I think the acting is great. The acting is fun. Bruno's fun.
Yeah.
He got hit real hard.
Oh, ouch.
It was good to see. How do we feel about the choreography on this? It's been hit and miss in the MCU.
Yeah, I think this was
Some of
pretty
these
good.
fights.
This was fun.
I think it's pretty good too. I think it was fun to have her in the kitchen. Very Jurassic Park.
Absolutely.
Steven Spielberg kind of gets to own a lot of things based off of the iconic movies, and it's sad that you can't be hiding from someone in a kitchen. And
Absolutely. Well, in the beginning, I was
just
like,
do
oh,
that
it's kind of Indiana Jones here in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then totally. I think he's just got the market cornered on like adventure movies like that.
I will say a dump is it felt like they were super production heavy on the fun like script showing up in different parts of the world only in episode 1. I think it's
tapered off a bit, huh?
Drastically tempered off, and I miss that.
Because we got like the little like her and Kamran, like the doodles of them like flying or whatever in the second episode, and this one she was laying on the bed texting, and the text was like in the blankets. But yeah, it definitely has tapered off, I think.
Yeah, and I wonder if they're like the pilot had to be intense just to get the eye candy, because I can see that specifically being something that you would miss.
Yeah.
And it would kind of get messy when she starts showing up with other heroes.
Yes.
It's like, do they get to still have that? Do they interact with that? I don't know. But
right. Yeah, that's interesting because that feels like a core way that she's depicted here with that kind of like extra stuff. And similar to like anytime the Guardians of the Galaxy show up in an Avengers movie, like it's Guardians of the Galaxy style music. Like Peter Quill's definitely playing a tape over the speaker of his spaceship. So do we carry this forward from her too? I don't know.
Maybe. We got to get Jordan back.
We got to get Jordan back.
We got to go back.
And the craziest part is that she's actually Thanos.
Yeah. I didn't expect that.
I knew
it. Welcome back, dude. This time she claps. This time she claps and people appear.
Jordan, when you went to the kitchen, did you grab the ads?
Mm-hmm. They're right here. Hot and fresh.
Thanks.
Have you heard? Amazon is now hiring for their new site opening soon in New Albany. Be one of the first to take advantage of launching a new career at one of the best workplaces in the world. Being a part of Amazon includes great benefits and competitive pay, plus many opportunities for advancement. So get a new job today and kickstart a new career tomorrow. Learn more about the perks of working at a new Amazon site. Go to amazon.com/start now. Amazon is proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
This week on RVER, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
Hey, Chief, we got a damaged RV on its way to the OR.
Well, that sounds like a job for the new head of RV surgery.
Wait, are you promoting me?
Congrats, Martinez.
Doctor, that RV's flatlining.
Well, that sounds like a job for the new head of nursing.
So you're just promoting everyone now?
Yeah, kind of looks that way, doesn't it?
When your RV really needs saving, Progressive has you covered. See if you could save with a leader in RV insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, covered subject to policy terms.
Guys, we're back, and there's big news in that Venn diagram of Broadway and movies. No, it's not Wicked. It's not that we're going to have a Wicked movie. I think we've talked about that before. It's that we're going to have a Back to the Future Broadway musical.
Oh.
Have you heard about this?
No.
It is set for 2023. Broadway is heading back to the future in 2023 with a stage adaptation of the iconic 80s film.
Weird.
So the fact that it's 2023, they definitely have to be working on this right now.
Yeah.
Guys, Broadway's fun because it's not as often that you'll have recognizable people on Broadway. Every now and then we'll have our actors kind of come back. Hugh Jackman's been one of the bigger ones to do that and do Music Man. And a lot of actors get their start in these situations with like musical theater and things like that. Especially we plucked several of them anytime we do a Broadway to movie adaptation, like West Side Story recently. A lot of them actually came from the Broadway musical. Like, who do we think is going to play Doc Brown? Like, if we could have someone singing Doc Brown,
a movie famo,
a movie famo, what do we do?
Robert Downey Jr.
Body! Like, who's
RDJ
as Doc Brown?
Yeah,
Jordan, who would you have as Doc Brown for the musical?
RDJ already sings like Sting, and that feels like that would be perfect for Doc Brown.
It was the year 19.
What about Christopher Lloyd?
Oh my gosh. How old is he? 200?
I believe he's like, hold on.
I mean, he's had that rejuvenation stuff from the future, from 2015, the far-flung future.
The far-flung future.
84. You can do it.
Yeah.
It'll be all right.
Today's 84 is yesterday's 83.
82.
You know, that's what they always say.
He could absolutely do it. But yeah, so we've got the musical Can you give me another 1980s movie that you would like to see as a musical?
Top
Rocky.
Gun.
Oh, I think I like both of these. Did you say Top Gun?
I did, yeah.
How are we doing them jet scenes? That'll be fun.
I think
Get our
it's
flying scene.
I think it's like a cardboard plane that has straps like suspenders, and you just stick your legs through the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm. I like the idea of one of the songs starting with kind of like rhythmic percussion, but it's just a bunch of people like chomping their teeth together, like Iceman does.
Yeah.
That would be impossible. And you can't do too many shows of that. I think that would not be good for the teeths. Would not be good for the teeths. Guys, I have two choices here for a game today.
Can I surprise you guys with a bit of news? I don't know if you guys saw this. I saw this yesterday, and I don't know how I feel about it.
Talk to me.
There is apparently in development, been rumored and accidentally confirmed by Emilia Clarke, a Jon Snow show.
I know about this.
Did you guys know that there is a Jon?
prequel?
Yeah.
You mean before
Right?
he
Or is
was
it? No. It's a
No,
sequel.
it's a sequel.
It's a sequel.
It's a sequel
Okay.
of Banished John North of the Wall. His
after the
greatest
story's
punishment.
over?
His greatest punishment: go hang out with all your best friends in the snow.
I don't know, man.
Does it feel like Game of Thrones is grasping at straws to stay relevant? Because that's what
course.
it feels like to me.
Well, it's HBO grasping at straws, right? Because they had one of the biggest media juggernauts in recent memory for years. And then they beefed it so hard at the end that HBO lost subscribers. Nobody cares about, like, the audience for this, like, House of the Dragon or whatever has to be a fraction of the Game
Way
of Thrones
smaller.
audience. Yeah.
The crazy thing to me is how HBO, I'm sure, I mean, obviously the pandemic is a tragedy, but HBO specifically had to be kicking themselves during the pandemic because everybody's at home streaming 24/7. And I didn't talk to a single person who was watching through Game of Thrones.
No.
Oh, man, what a bummer. It's because you have to go through the process of like, well, which ones? How far do I go?
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of people that will do the whole thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Which is unfortunate.
The honestly, like, the whole show has been tainted.
Yeah,
for
I'll
me,
never
I
watch
think.
it again.
That's a bummer. I might. Do you think they're also a little bit scared of the Lord of the Rings energy from Amazon?
Absolutely, they are.
Yeah.
I think they're scared of the Lord of the Rings and they're scared of The Witcher.
It looks good.
The
there's
orcs
more
look
and more
great.
photos being released. The orcs look awesome. It looks like we're definitely going to stick to some practical effects like we did with the Weta.
Yeah.
With the Weta workshop.
With a workshop, we got real orcs this time.
Real ones. Dug them up.
I just
ground.
want the
came
Lord of
out
the
of a
Rings
little
thing
mud
has me
pit.
nervous in the same way that, like, Obi-Wan should have been a slam dunk. Like, all the parts were right in front of them to make a good show, and then they just didn't. And so the Lord of the Rings show, the thing that has me nervous is that everything they would need to make an interesting prequel to Lord of the Rings is right there in front of them. And then are they going to grab it? Or are they going to beef it? And
That feels like one that I might not watch right when it comes out. I might wait.
I definitely will.
I might wait for Ep 1 to drop and then see if people are like, hey, this is great, or hey, don't waste
Doge
your
is going to
time.
wait a long time to watch something that everybody's watching. That's
it's something
so
that I'm
crazy.
thinking about
That
starting.
is bizarre.
Yeah.
That is bizarre. Guys, we've got two choices today. Do y'all want to play Rumpelstiltskin or Snuffs?
Ooh. Oh man, I love them both.
What's the pick?
Guess the plot or guess the name, right?
Guess the plot, guess the name.
Let's do the backwards one.
Nikstlitslepmur.
Nikstlitslepmur. Nikstlitslepmur. So let's play, and I guess we'll have the drop right now. If anything, it's worth it for that.
It's so much worse backwards.
That is phenomenal.
I would call it equally awful.
It's pretty bad. In the game Rumpelstiltskin, we look at some movies that are coming out here in this high time for releasing movies. In
We
this
sleep for
summer
100
season.
years and then we wake up and we're like, guess my name.
I get what's my name? That's not my name.
Is that the
That's
story
not
of
my name.
Rumpelstiltskin that he
No.
sleeps for 100 years?
That's what I thought it was, remember? But then I found out that he actually eats babies. And you're like, let's name part of our fun show after him.
Normally I would give them a plot and they have to guess the name of the movie. Today, because it's backwards and I can't remember it. It's crazy that I just can remember the name of it every time. I'm
It's 'cause
actually
I
going
have
to
to
give you the
type it
name
in the episode description every time.
Oh, yes. I'm going to give you the name of a movie and you have to guess the plot. Are you
Yes.
ready?
Yep.
Episode? Our first movie is called Fall. You got a lot of room to work here, boys. Fall. Coming out August 12th, PG-13. Fall. Who wants to give us a start? And I know that this takes a little bit longer, it feels, than just guessing the name.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to hear some cast members?
Can we just like describe sort of I don't remember does it have to be in the form of a synopsis or can we just sort of describe what this movie is?
You can do either of those kinds of things. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because I think there'll be a clear who's closer.
Sure.
Maybe.
Yeah, give us a couple cast members.
Most recognizable name is Jeffrey Dean Morgan is in this.
Okay. Cool.
It's interesting how that can influence the movie.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Because if I was like Dakota Fanning, okay, well, maybe not exactly what I thought it was.
I still think I know what it is. I think I'll go. And I think that Fall, here's the thing about Fall. Fall is a coming of age drama set in the first semester of the senior year of high school in a small town. And it's about all the rapid changes, friendship group shifting, and just the difficulty of high school. Also, there's vampires in it.
Okay.
I'm not changing my answer based on what Jordan said. I want to make that very clear. This was my thought from the beginning.
Sure. Yeah, that's what I would
Fall.
say too if I was covering my
Fall is a coming of age story set
Like, how do I not?
Okay.
in the first semester of someone's first year out of high school.
No, he changed that just now.
I did not. Absolutely did not. The film centers around this individual trying to reconcile the fact that maybe some of their friends went to college and they didn't. They're still in their hometown. Their friends went off. It's set in New England, obviously, because fall in New England is beautiful. Some of their friends went to college. They didn't. Does that mean they're a failure? Does that mean they're, not setting themselves up for success? Does college matter anymore?
Was that the end?
Well, yes or no? Does it?
Answer me.
Oh,
Answer me.
for me, it does.
Okay.
For sure. Here's the movie info from Rotten Tomatoes. Honestly, y'all probably have a tie because they basically sound like the same thing. For best friends, Becky and Hunter, life is all about conquering fears and pushing limits.
If somebody, hang on, they're rock climbing, somebody falls off a mountain and dies. Continue.
But after they climb 2,000 feet to the top of a remote abandoned radio tower, they find themselves stranded. Wait, what?
Whoa. Huh.
With no way down. There's no way down anymore.
Except for
One way down.
falling, huh?
Yeah, there's one way down.
Now Becky and Hunter's expert climbing skills will be put to the ultimate test as they desperately fight to survive the elements, a lack of supplies, and vertigo-inducing heights in this adrenaline-fueled thriller.
I would say that radio towers are sort of the vampires of heights, and I feel like that's...
You know what? I think I would agree. Jordan wins that one.
How
Jordan
very
wins that one.
taskmaster of you.
Interesting.
Guys, we have a movie coming out July 8th that already has 88% on Tomato Meter. It's a minute 38. It's an action comedy crime.
Do you mean
start giving the genre?
Do you mean
a
an
little bit
hour
here.
38?
It's a minute 38. Nope. 1 hour and 38 minutes. Very sorry. Action
98
comedy
seconds.
crime in 98 seconds by Hannes Por Halderson.
Huh.
And this movie,
Did I hear some?
This would have been a good
dots
one.
and lines over some vowels in that name.
You did
Yeah.
very much so.
Yeah.
This would have been a fun one to have play Rumpelstiltskin, but that's not what we're doing because I think you could have guessed this. But this movie is called Cop Secret.
Spell it.
C.
Thank you. Okay, that's what I thought.
Cop
Such
Secret.
a good.
Isn't that great? Isn't that great?
Wow.
This movie is called Cop Secret. Doge, you're going to go first this time. This is by Hannes Por Halderson. Hannes Por Halderson.
What's the genre?
Action, comedy, crime.
I think this movie is about two cops who are doing a drug bust, and then they find a bunch of drugs, and they're like, this has a street value of $37 zillion. I'm like, whoa, really? So they decide to sell the drugs to make that money because their cop paychecks are too small.
That's an interesting plot.
Man, it's got to be that a cop goes undercover. I think a cop is going to go undercover, real fish out of water situation. And it's going to be, I mean, the lengths that this young officer will go to keep his cover from being blown. I mean, it's gut-busting hilarity.
Yeah, sounds funny.
I think, as he struggles to keep his top secret, if you know what I mean. And also there's vampires.
Oh.
Iceland's toughest cop. If one of y'all had said like a Nordic country.
Oh, yeah, I guess. I mean, did we have
That's
to?
why I said, well,
If the name is-
I was
is
trying to.
Hang on, in mine-
Johannes Paul Halderson.
In mine, the drug bust is in the parking lot of an IKEA.
They're hiding all these children in here. Iceland's toughest cop will stop at nothing to solve a string of violent bank robberies. Bank robberies would have been another keyword we give there.
Yeah.
However, when he's forced to take on a new partner, the pressures of cracking the case prove too much for the tough as nails renegade. I don't know. That's it. That's it for that one. I
that's
don't
a bummer.
know.
Is the
I
partner
don't
at
know
least
how to
something
call
fun,
it.
like a horse or a gorilla?
It's top secret. I can't tell you. I have
It's
no
a cat
idea.
on a leash.
Yeah.
That's top secret. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
That
there.
name sounds like it might outpace the movie
Yeah.
itself, but man,
Yeah.
what a good name.
Man, there are some.
That feels like that'd be
good
the
ones
subtitle
here.
of 23 Jump Street. 23
Yeah.
Jump Street, cop secret.
Oh my gosh, man. Okay. So we're going to have one more film here.
Excellent.
It's an hour and 33 minutes. It is an action drama, and it is called Codename Banshee. Codename Banshee, starring Antonio Banderas.
Ooh.
Codename Banshee.
The lead singer of a metal band also happens to be dating the president's son.
Huh.
She does the high screams in the metal
Sure.
band, and she's dating the president's son. And when the White House is locked down for threats,
Yeah.
she's out on tour, and president's bodyguard Antonio Banderas must stop at nothing to go retrieve the president's son's girlfriend and make sure she is safe as he operates under code name. Oh, wait, no, her code name's Banshee. It's like the eagle, she's Banshee. He must go protect Banshee from the vampire terrorists.
That's honestly, I'm really in on that. That seems really fun.
I know. Y'all always make better movie titles and better movies.
Codename Banshee, starring Antonio Banderas. Right?
That is correct.
Action.
No, that's the end of his
He is in the
synopsis.
movie. He stars in the movie. Codename Banshee.
I think the synopsis is like on March 3rd, 1969, the United States Army established an elite school for the top 1% of its airplane pilots. Its purpose was to teach the lost art of flying so fast and so loud. They succeeded, and today the Army calls it Fighter Weapons School, and the flyers call it Codename Banshee.
Caleb, played by Antonio Banderas, a former government assassin in hiding, so
Ooh.
kind of like Obi-Wan, resurfaces when his protege, the equally deadly killer known as Banshee, played by Jamie King. That's a point for Jordan. Her name is Banshee.
Okay.
Discovers a bounty has been placed on Caleb's head. Now they must put the past behind them and join together one last time to fight off the secret CIA-backed killers who threatened to destroy them.
Caleb
Honestly,
feels like
I would watch that.
the wrong name for that action hero.
It does, doesn't
Caleb
it?
doesn't feel right. I don't know
Caleb's
why.
like a good cowdog name. Not for Antonio.
After all the
would
shots
like
and
my name
murder
to
and
be Caleb.
explosions, somebody's like, "Who was it? What was his name?" Caleb.
That just is the wrong name. If your name is Caleb, that's a great name. Just don't be a government assassin.
Oh, my.
Caleb's an
goodness.
okay name. Let's not say great name.
Look out, Banshee. Don't go in there. Tom Holland is in there and he's trying to steal things.
Your Antonio Banderas
It's not good.
has spent some time in Japan, I believe.
Because of the guttural.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were.
Yeah. To end today's episode, I feel like it's off the dome, Jordan, because you get to do this too a lot of the time. 92% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's these weird get stuck.
Yeah,
Why does that happen?
I would say there's like half of them are just like it just forms in the tongue as it comes out. Like 45% of them come naturally from something else in the episode that it's like obviously that's it. But yeah, the other 5 is just like, oof, I don't know. What's your favorite sauce?
Yeah. To end today's episode, I'd love to have your name and your favorite sauce.
Yeah.
I'm Carter, and my favorite sauce, I'm going to go with just currently. My sauce faves kind of change.
Yeah.
Depending on what I have here. For a while, it had been Hot Ones has a Los Calientes hot sauce.
Yes.
That's usually their middle sauce in the lineup. It's so very good. But guys, I'm back on that big old liter bottle boy of sriracha in the fridge.
Oh, yeah.
And sriracha continues to do the good things. It's great on pizza. It's good on a taco salad. Sriracha just can kind of do it all. And for the budget right now, I think it's a big win.
Well, with
It's a big win for the
inflation,
Banshee.
all those famous sauces that have been on YouTube.
All the famous sauces are by the gallon. They're just so much more expensive.
I'm Doge, and it's tricky because favorite sauces, like, are we going favorite based on like this tastes the best, or like this has the most wide-ranging applications?
Well, it's subjective.
Sure.
I just kind of went with what was my favorite.
Trader
right
Joe's
now.
Green Dragon. It's not the
I
best
do love
tasting
Green
sauce.
Dragon.
Not the best tasting sauce in my fridge. It's very good, but it goes great on everything. Absolutely
Green
everything.
Dragon.
Breakfast taco. Can you
Breakfast
imagine?
taco, scrambled eggs,
Everything.
both, all foods, all the foods I eat, both breakfast tacos and scrambled eggs. Both of my foods.
Because your breakfast tacos don't have eggs.
That's the
take
one
eggs
time he
out.
doesn't eat
Yep.
eggs. I'm Jordan, and I almost was gonna say, have y'all had Yellowbird Serrano sauce?
Ooh.
It's
No, I haven't.
so Serranos are my favorite peppers. I just love
Yeah.
Serranos. The flavor of Serranos is so good to me. And
I'm a
there's
poblano
this-
boy.
It's this Yellowbird Serrano. It's like almost.
Jalapeno.
It's somewhere. It's like if salsa and sriracha had a baby and it was made with Serranos. It's so beautiful. But my real answer, honestly, I cannot escape the absolute stranglehold that Herdez guacamole salsa has on my life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The light, like the green,
the
light
green
boy.
like creamy salsa, chips, put it on tacos, breakfast tacos, whatever.
Scrambled
dude.
eggs.
Scrambled
But it
eggs.
could be a good dip. That's great.
It's a dip
Sriracha
and a
isn't that
sauce,
very
dude.
much.
It's so good.
That's huge. And did you say your favorite pepper right now is the Serrano?
Has been for a long time. I love.
And you're the
Serranos.
poblano?
Yes.
Doge?
Yeah.
And I'm the jalapeno?
Yeah.
I'm in the middle again,
Yeah.
size-wise.
Yeah.
I'm just destined
And probably
for this.
heat-wise, too. Probably spicy-wise.
I feel like a Serrano is
Serrano?
hotter than a jalapeno.
Oh, yeah.
I agree, and I think a
in my
poblano
opinion.
is more mild than both of those.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
We actually,
Yeah.
it's kind of perfect.
We've not really talked a lot about how we're all three spicy boys.
oh, big time.
Well, we'll do it. Tune in for 27 Dresses. We'll talk about our spiciness.
Searching for just the right job? Whether you're looking for full-time, part-time, or seasonal work, you can get started today. Amazon Jobs offers the whole package with great pay and flexible shifts that allow you to choose when and how much you work. Find a warehouse close to home and discover the role that works for you. To get your application started for an hourly job, go to amazon.com/apply. That's amazon.com/apply. Amazon is proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
At Progressive, we know there's nothing like the feeling of riding your motorcycle with your buddies on the open road. It's a potent cocktail of thrills, laughter, and pure adrenaline. A feeling that would be impossible to recreate on the radio. Until now. Hit it, sound effects guy!
I'm real proud of you, son.
Well, that was terrible. Our apologies for even trying. Quote with Progressive and see if you could save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.